Right, Night Revels 2021 is upon us, and there's lots of great stuff from Night Revels as always, and some new things added this year. If you're new to Night Revels, it's a challenge during the Halloween season in House J, Delira's Graveyard. You're going to talk to this guy, Joe Candymaker, here, and there's a couple different lists here. Show me your wares and show me your consumables. So you want to look through those lists, and lots of great stuff. Some cosmetics. This is a cosmetic club with a big jack-o'-lantern on the end. It's pretty cool looking. That's a cosmetic shield. That's like a flaming tower shield. It looks pretty cool. Cosmetic broom. We got this year is the yellow Reaper armor. I'm not crazy about how it looks, but I'm really glad that we got a new color, matching helmet and cloak. Then there's the first year, the cyan set, the red set, green set year 3, purple set was year 4. Hat of the Night Hag is a nice little magical efficiency for level 1. Hood of Unrest, an awesome oh shit button. This is a clicky that gives you 50% festive bonus to dodge for 20 seconds that ignores your dodge cap. So it's once per rest, but it's just a wonderful, wonderful clicky to hit, when things are getting out of hand with an encounter. I recommend this for every tune. It's super cheap to buy, and you're going to run these challenges out here to get these ingredients, these candies here, and some chocolates to buy these items. You've got some cosmetics here, little weapon buff clickies. This is an awesome, awesome caster clicky. 25% festive bonus to spell critical damage. It lasts for 90 seconds. So a little tip here when you're farming Night Revels, a lot of these challenges don't even last that long, so you can click that and you get that for the whole challenge. And then you just click it again the next challenge, and there's a docent version of that as well. These aren't something you're going to want to wear. They're just for the clickies. Cosmetic jack-o'-lantern head, cosmetic head spider. Looks like a little tarantula on your head. It's kind of cool. Spectral beholder pet. Cosmetic diadem of the specter. Cosmetic vargul head wings. Kind of silly, but feel like it. It's cool. Some little brooms. I don't know that you're going to want it for the fairy fire or flaming sphere clicky, but maybe you do, or maybe you just want to have a cosmetic broom to carry around with you. The astral projector is supposed to be a really nice rune arm, and the spectral weapons are really cool too. You want to look at those. Those could be really nice situational leveling items, or maybe even just general use leveling items. What's really nice about the spectral weapons is that they're made of force, so never take damage from like a rust monster or an ooze, for example. So they're pretty cool, and there's a bunch of different varieties of the spectral weapons, so take a look at that. Cloak in the Night, this is a carryover from the old Maybar days, the old Halloween event from many years ago. A lot of the stats on some of the lower level versions just haven't been updated to be meaningful. The higher level versions are, they're okay. Take a look at it. If you got an open cloak slot, maybe you might like that. Dawson of Shadow also has some kind of outdated stats on some of the versions. I guess really all the versions except for the highest level version really has outdated stats. There's Wraps of Endless Light. Nice undead beater. Hand wraps. We got a Night Shield clicky in here. That's really nice. Night Shield clickies aren't too common in the game, so if nothing else, you might want to pick up a Robo Shadow for the Night Shield clicky. Again, outdated stats until you get up to the level 28 version. Those are more on par with today's standards. And some more. There's a Crystal Great Club here, so again, good for rust monster beating. Pick of Endless Light, Star of Endless Night. Take a look at them, of the weapons. There's a buckler here. See what you like. I like to use the Lobi spectral daggers. I mean, for Lobi leveling, the level 8 version has a Vorpal. I mean, look at these stats. Just look at these stats. Level 8 Ghostbane 2, Evil Outsider Bane 2, Vorpal Crushing 6. That's pretty cool level 8 dagger, and again, made of force, can't be damaged by rust monsters and oozes. There's a throwing dagger version of it too. Eternal Wand of Disrupt Undead if you like it. I haven't used any of these Eternal Wands, but I know some people like them. The Nimbus of Light Eternal Wand as well. And then you've got a second list here, the consumables. This is a great time to stock up on this, this kind of stuff. Night Revels is a great time for short and long-term wealth building in terms of shard and plat in the game. I mean, you can get rich quick when it comes to plat. I mean, this stuff will sell for gobs and gobs of plat, but a lot of the stuff is selling for shards as well. This event's only been out since Thursday. Here we are Sunday. 3 days? And I've actually made almost 800 shards already in just a few days by selling these ingredients and keys and chocolates and stuff. But so in the short term, you can sell your keys, your chocolates, your ingredients, and for the long term, you can stock up on these rubies, for example, that are unbound and only seasonally available, and then you can sell them for big shards. These will sell well for 100 shards each, depending on the economy of your server during the off season, maybe even a little bit more. This year we have the Festive Constitution +2 augment, really awesome. That's a festive bonus, so stacked with everything. There are no other sources of festive to these kinds of stats. So we've had the Wisdom Intelligence Festive +2 stats. These are level 22 this year. The Constitution +2 was added. Totally awesome. Here you can add as a permanent weapon buff, kind of like the Festival Frost, except you're adding 1d4 light damage. And this is you can use it on a non-crafted, non-named weapon. So if you have like a low B random gen weapon that you like to level up with, that could be nice to add on there. Skull grenade and pumpkin grenades, those just, that's a little AoE. You can throw it at people and give them a cosmetic skull or pumpkin head for 10 minutes. Potion of the Party Pooper, if you hate being skull-headed and pumpkin-headed, well, maybe get some of those. It's cheap, and that will get rid of those. Great time to stock up on Potions of Death Ward. Some people will, get thousands and thousands of these and just load up a mule so they have Potions of Death Ward for the entire year. It's not a lot of places in the game to get them, and this is by far the cheapest. Great time to stock up on that. Potions of Inflict Critical Wounds, if you like to play maybe a Pale Master or an Abyss Warlock. These could be good for low B self-healing, I suppose. Also, Potions of Restoration, great time to stock up on those, super cheap. 10 chocolates. If you're farming out chocolates, you're going to want to get a Draft of Midnight, which you can get just for ingredients, and that's right here on that list. You get a Draft of Midnight when you're killing undead. You're going to get chocolates at like 10 times faster than you would without, and it's pretty cheap to get it. You can get it from the DDO store too, but it's also cheap to get with just the ingredients you farm out of these challenges. Sun Flasks, some people like to use those for throwing around at low B undead questing. They're pretty powerful for low B questing. 25 alchemical bonus to light and alignment spell power. The potion vendor in Meridia and House P, they only go up to +20 for the Brilliance potion. So here you can get +25s if you like. I can't even remember what this does. Temporary. Oh, it's a temporary 1d6 light weapon buff. Lasts an hour. It's pretty cool. Bottle of Fear. This is basically a phantasmal killer in a bottle. So this can be really nice for low B questing. And these are just some summons. And here's your Draft of Midnight. You just need 5 of each of the candies and 60 chocolates to get that. And like I said, if you're trying to farm out chocolates, you want to make sure you have a Draft of Midnight going. It makes a huge difference in the number of chocolates that you're going to get while you're doing the challenges and while you're farming out the key farming instance, and while you're killing any undead. Actually, anywhere in the game you can do other undead quests. But like I said, stock up on the rubies, stock up on the diamonds, and that's good part of your long-term wealth building, shard wealth building strategy in DDO. All right, so a few days ago, I posted a video talking about my Night Revels farmer. I posted that right before the event went live, and so now I've got that build up to 29. I'll put a link in the video description here if you want to see that, and there's also information posted in the Alchemist forums about it. So it's just a basic fire alchemist. Just real quickly, I am only 19 alchemist because I'm doing iconics this go around. Night Revels is an excellent source of epic XP. You can grind out a lot of epic past lives in this event. In fact, that's what I recommend. I don't need any more epic past lives though, but I do want to pick up a handful more of iconics. So I'm going to be doing a 15 to 30 run. Night Revels not the greatest place to farm out heroic XP, but awesome XP per minute, especially when you can get fast at this stuff. And so I really like the Alchemist. As I mentioned, I used to use the Fire Sword, but I like the Fire Alchemist better for a variety of reasons that I detailed in that other video. But just want to show you quickly where things are. I have noticed, last year was the first year that Night Revels was out in the Age of Alchemist, and I was using a 20 Alchemist then. This is definitely not as powerful. It's hard to tell for sure. Like, I'm not getting as fast as time as I was last year. It's hard, I definitely, being only 19 Alchemist, I'm taking a little bit of a power hit. Alchemist did get some nerfs since then, and we had the whole rebalance, pass, and so it's hard to say exactly, or it could be a combination of all those things. Whereas, I was consistently getting times of about 2.5 minutes last year. Now I'm struggling to get a time under 3 minutes. So if you're gonna do the key farming instance, you want to click on that. You want to do it 5 over your level or more. You want to do it on CR35 if you want max XP, but if you want max ingredients, then you just need to do it 5 over your level. Okay, so when I was lower level, I was just doing it 5 over level. I wasn't doing it on 35, it was just taking too long. But you do whatever difficulty you're comfortable with. But if you want to max out your ingredient payout, you're going to want to do it 5 over your level. But max XP is 35 for all the challenge in the key farming instance. Now, if you're running in a group, if you're doing these epics, it doesn't matter what level people are, everybody's going to get full XP. However, if you're looking for max ingredient payout, it has to be 5 over the highest level in the party, and the party all needs to be within 3 levels of each other. Otherwise, those lower level folks are going to take a hit on the ingredients. So if you are grouped with somebody who's 4 or more levels over than you, while you're farming keys or farming ingredients out of the challenges, you're going to take an ingredients penalty. All right, let's see how we do in the key farming. I'm going to go ahead and drink a quick potion. Greater Inferno. Another potion of alchemical spell power from Commendations. And, I've been doing a lot of key farming. I'm getting my groove back for the year. This is my first life this year. But this is kind of the pattern that I like to do. You gotta clear out this first set of mobs here. And then you hear the little chime that clears out the fog so you can advance. Now this is different than it was a few years back when it was, like an open instance and it was like everybody was in here, and that was hella laggy, and there were some other issues. So they changed it a couple years ago to a private key farming instance, and you actually get a lot of you get keys faster this way versus the old way if you're fast at clearing this. And that's why I posted my build. I was reluctant to post it before, just because I was always like, it's just a standard regular fire alchemist. But this year I posted it because I realized that not everybody plays alchemist. So if I just say it's your standard regular alchemist or whatever, then not everybody knows what that means. One shot that guy with dragon breath. So I cleared the mobs from out here, and that let me go up there to kill that first mini boss. And now I'm gonna come around here. Make sure if there's any mobs that don't kite, make sure you focus on getting those. A lot of these mobs are gonna kite, but there's gonna be a few skeletal, maybe 2 or 3 skeletal archers sometimes in some of these groups, and those won't kite. Hit my little Night Horrors clicky. That's a Night Revels item. I'm gonna go over here and just aggro that group, and they'll follow me. Okay. And we'll hold their action over there. Just kind of get their aggro. They'll follow me. And I'm doing a lot of kiting in this outer loop. You can't get into this outer loop until you kill that mini boss. And now they're gonna all follow me. And I'm just waiting for them to catch up, and I'm gonna kill them as they approach. Sometimes you get to this point and you haven't killed enough groups. You know, there's plenty of other mobs. Also, sometimes it'll bug out and literally, you know, there won't be enough mobs to even clear it. You know, and then you just have to recall out and restart it. It sucks, but you know, it doesn't happen too often. Hit my Draconic Fury. And start with a multi-vial there. We'll hit him with a Dragon Breath, Energy Burst, and bada bing, bada boom. 3 minutes, 1 second. So not a great time, but it's a pretty good time. I know there's a lot of people that struggle to get their time that low, and so I wanted to show, you know, no big whoop. I'm only 19 Alchemists. You know, I'd be even more powerful if I was 20 Alchemists, right? But it's kind of a, you know, a typical run for me at this level. And you know, what did I get? 30 almost 34,000 for that. That's with a 20% pot. Of course, I have my, you know, ship buffs and Master's Gift augment too. And you know, if you can get, you know, 34,000 XP every, you know, few minutes, you know, all you got to do is math at that point and figure out, okay, you know, maybe I can get an epic life every 3 days if I hit this, you know, really hard for, you know, a handful of hours each day. You know, and you can knock out a whole bunch of epic past lives during Night Revels. And the first time bonus is huge. I think with the first time pot, you know, I was getting for the lower XP ones, including this, like 175,000 XP for the first time, and then like some of them were over 200,000 for first time. Some of those challenges. So the first time bonus is absolutely huge with a 50% pot. If you were to do all 9 of the challenges plus the key farming instance, you'd be looking at well over 2 million XP that you can get in less than an hour. So totally awesome. Night Revels rocks. Check out the goods. This is an example of my little build for it. And you know, if you have any questions, stop on over at the Twitch channel, where I'm live streaming nearly every day at Twitch channel Voodoo Spice. Hope to see you there.